Hello, and welcome to this week's episode of Cooking with Sulfur. Today we will be making sulfur concrete using fine, medium, and coarse agitate. We'll start by adding a few handfuls of sulfur and heating it to its melting point, which is around 115 degrees Celsius.
Two hours later.
High-grade cooking butter is used to keep the concrete from sticking to the mold. Now that the sulfur is completely molten, it's ready to be mixed with the agitate. I eyeballed 3 equal parts of the agitate because I had no scale while doing this science experiment. I also thought I would be able to mix the agitate and the sulfur before it cools down. I was wrong. A very good property of sulfur concrete is it's completely recyclable. I forgot to hit the record button for the rest of this fun process. So while I explain what I did, here is a clip of The Undertaker throwing mankind off Hell in a Cell and plummeting 16 feet through the announcer's table. After the sulfur concrete mixture was molten again, I poured it into the mold and gave it some time to cool down. I also made a second block of concrete using only fine agitate. I mixed it with the sulfur before placing it on the barbecue. Now that the concrete has cooled down, we can take it out of the mold. Obviously, this concrete block was a complete failure. The second block that I used only fine agitate in turned out quite well. This concrete block seems to be functioning much better than the first one. Now I'll test if the concrete block is flame and water resistant. It is time for the impact test now that we have scientifically proved it's flame and water resistant. I will run my definitely new piece of sulfur concrete with another impact test. I will use silicone to hold it in place, and also test how well the silicone handles the impact. Now it's time for the cleanup process. Let's see how well our concrete block handles this impact test. It did not seem like much happened to the concrete block. Upon closer inspection, I have noticed that it disappeared. It did look like the concrete block everything was placed on was okay, but in fact it was only held together by the silicone. It was completely broken into multiple pieces.